You've been playing music most of your life.
Yeah.
Tell us about that.
I started when I was 8 with the violin, or the fiddle, I guess, because that was the style I played. And then when I was about 10 or 11, I finally decided to learn some guitar and had my dad teach me a few things. And then from then on, it was just singing. And I mean, I've sang and I've been a singer forever. And I guess from then on, I've just been playing in front of people. And
Does it just come natural?
yeah.
When did you know?
Oh man, I've always known since I was a kid that I was going to be a singer, or, do something with the music.
Yeah. Now, that's a good question. Do you consider yourself more of a songwriter or more of a performer?
Um, I guess I mostly do co-writing when I write songs, but I tend to write a lot of the music, so I still kind of consider myself a songwriter. But I definitely know that I can perform it, even if it's a song that was written for me. So I don't know, just kind of a little bit of both, to be honest.
So let's talk about that. When did you start performing?
Oh, I guess once I was about 9, probably maybe after a year of fiddle lessons, I started. My teacher had this group of all his students called the Ranch Dance Fiddle Band, and so it was just a bunch of, like, from my age to about 16 or 17-year-olds, just playing at places like the Ranching Heritage Center or just random places, just playing old fiddle tunes. And every once in a while he'd let me sing, and that was when I was really happy.
You've performed pretty much all over the city
Yeah.
and all the way up to New York.
Yeah, that was
Tell
great.
us about that.
That was from a contest that I had made it into. It was called the Mountain Stage New Song Contest, and it was a songwriter contest. And my good friend and producer friend Cliff Magnus had found out about it and wanted to enter my song, so he entered a couple, and we ended up making past the first round, and then I was between me and a few other people for the regional round, which would have taken us to New York, and I made it through that one. And it was awesome. I mean, it was the Southwest region that I made it through, so I mean, it was pretty awesome to know out of probably about 8,000 people.
Tell us about Lubbock musicians in Lubbock and what's in the water in Lubbock and
Oh,
what
man.
makes us produce more musicians than any other area.
Yeah, man, Lubbock is full of fantastic musicians and some really good songwriters. I'm hoping, it'll just go on from there, because this is Buddy Holly's town. It should be filled with songwriters and musicians, and more than Austin, more than Nashville, more than anywhere, and I think it will be.
Of all the performances, is there one that's more memorable than others?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to say the New York was my
Yeah.
favorite. It was just in a big building called the Garden Arts Center, and it was right next to Ground Zero. You could look out the window and see it, and I mean, it was probably the biggest stage I'd ever played on, and it was just a fantastic setup. It was.
I'm going to ask you to quickly give me the first thing that comes to your mind when I mention these songs.
Okay.
The Blue.
Oh, starting over.
Why?
Well, I'm sorry, not starting over really. It's just I've never had these kind of questions asked. It's actually kind of staying where you are, not trying to change for anybody. It's really what it is.
You Alone?
Man, let's see, the first thing. It's, man, really just going with life as it moves.
Where You Heading, Honey?
Yeah, Where You Headed, Honey is that's a good question of I think everything is going to be okay, and that kind of feel.
I Remember Well?
I Remember Well is about Texas.
There you go. And all of these songs are available on your website. Do you have a CD for them?
Yeah, I do. I'll have an EP coming out here in August.
Okay.
So it should be early August, and I'll be sure to post on your website the date and everything.
Wonderful.
So.
Now, for all your fans in Lubbock, Texas,
Yeah.
do you have a message for them?
Just love you guys, and yeah, keep it cool and keep it original.